I'll make a really good game from both aspects, so through all the aspects, the concentration, the set pieces, defensively, how aggressive we were in to create good environment. And after from the beginning, we start really well. We read the game well. Our build-up was much better than Emirates. Like we could not do it, and we make, considering the opponents that we face, a fantastic performance.
Well, I think we're in the end part of the season, so we know every game is a must win. If you lose today, you know it's very hard, and I think everybody was concentrated on the job that they had to do today, and I think we played really well.
You have to accept that the better team won the game. The way we started the game put the game in a really difficult position. We didn't do any of the basics right. We didn't compete in the right way. We didn't win enough duels. We had them in many situations in trouble. They got out of trouble with one pass and they were through. I think the disappointment comes when today we weren't at our level. Not their level, but our level.
They are 2 points in front of us. So we are still running top on the tail. Of course, we are in incredible victory. I would love to have these two in the hand, 6 points, and after be up front of him. The reality is they are, and we cannot lose our focus. And focus is tomorrow, good recovery, rest well, and prepare Fulham at early morning, because now we are there. It's definitely in our hands, and when it's in our hands, we have to use it.
It certainly is in their hands now. Manchester City beating Arsenal for the 12th consecutive game, and a resounding victory it was too. They were tremendous, weren't they? And not for the first time this season. Messrs De Bruyne and Haaland did most of the damage.
They were unplayable tonight. They bullied, particularly the two centre halves, Gabriel and Rob Holding. Every time the ball went up, their understanding and knowing where one's going to run and the other one bounces off. There's the long ball up. Haaland's too strong, but the understanding from De Bruyne to run and when to run, and the timing of it, and then of course the finish. As I said, the understanding that they have about each other's game, when to run, how to run. He's feeding off them there, and some of the play tonight, particularly in forward positions. I mean, Haaland got one goal. I mean, he maybe should have had 3 or 4 if his finishing was like it has been most of the season tonight. But I mean, yes, it's a good save, but again, they're running off each other, and they just couldn't cope with them tonight. As I said, they did bully them, and they were never that far away from each other. De Bruyne was always within 5 or 10 yards of him to get those little pieces off him there. Then the give and go. I mean, it was a magnificent performance from start to finish, I thought, from Manchester City. They totally dominated in every position. There he's unlucky again and putting it wide. You can see he's just stuck in there, De Bruyne. Give, go. Then he's running in behind. And it's a wonderful finish through the legs. Keeper's got no chance. Those two, as I said, were absolutely magnificent. You can see their understanding there of the partnership that they have.
Yeah. Best in their history already.
Yeah, in the Premier League, superb.
Still in April as well,
yeah.
Of course. Thoughts are with you at this difficult time, Ian. First, thanks. I want to say
I was just pleased that I had you two there to support me.
Yeah, we're always there for each other. We know that.
Exactly.
As for Arsenal, well, they just couldn't get into the game, could they?
No, Man City wouldn't let us into the game. We've seen Arsenal start very, very well, breaking presses, but this press was just intense. It was just like Haaland's physical and aggressiveness in the press. You could see what they were trying to do. They're not giving Arsenal no opportunity to build up, get anything going. When you look at the way they position themselves, you look at how De Bruyne will go, and then he'll be looking around to see where he can cut that ball off. Look at him there, he's looking inside. You can't get it in there. And this is what they were doing. It was so well organised that there was no time to actually for someone to get their foot on the ball and look. By the time he's there, look, it's bam, out of play. They were too intense, and I think they kind of rattled Arsenal, I think, at the start in the way they came at them and the way they continued to go at them. And then you look again, Kevin De Bruyne there cutting out the pass to Zinchenko, and then they were away again. They put on a proper show, man.
Seven on the spin wins now for Manchester City, and
They look unstoppable.
Unbelievable.
We know football, things can change.
They're cruising into that place where they know this kind of like terrain.
There was a small moment you spotted. You had your striker's head on.
Yeah.
That could. It was 0-0 at the time. Things could have been different. I suspect they probably wouldn't have been.
Well, what it's the only way you're going to get something off him. And you look where Jesus is here, and this is the only way Arsenal are going to get something, any kind of half chance. And they did finally break through at one stage. And then you look at that, and then you see that's where you want your striker, because you're not going to get too many opportunities where you're going to be able to break into City and do that. And that is why when you get the opportunity, that was 5 minutes in, you've got to try and take it to get them on the back foot.
We've got a little message from someone you know reasonably well.
See?
I mean, I think he played for Manchester City. Are you going to accept that, Ian? That's a bit naughty.
You okay, Dad?
You know, it's just, he's so annoying. Someone I talked to I taught him how to wee, this boy. Now look at him, look. He still can't reach the toilet now.
Oh, he's certainly taking the wee now. Anyway, is it all over? I suppose it's not obviously mathematical, but it's going to be really difficult, isn't it?
When you look at Arsenal's fixtures that they've got as well, I can't see a way back for them.
You're just looking at Newcastle away there, weren't you?
Yes, I was. Yes.
It's tough. The reason is that when you look at the Liverpool, the West Ham, and the Southampton, you needed 6 points out of at least. So as you can get into this game,
that's what did the damage.
That's what it is, and that's what they'll learn. We're talking about a team that they learned a lot from. For me, they put on a season this season where they learned a lot from last season. So onward is upwards for that team, onwards and upwards.
Indeed.